we'll record this and see how it goes. If it doesn't turn out, I don't have to load it up onto YouTube. All right, so we'll just kind of settle down. It's Monday. We're almost done with Monday. So just relax into stillness. We'll do some extra breathing tonight. I think we could use that to calm nerves and frustrations. Just, if you want, close your eyes and allow your spine to lift and your shoulders to lower. And we can be grateful for what is going well, what is making sense. Just bring your attention to your breathing. When the outer world seems so haywire, we can always come back into our center and calm the raging waters of emotion. Notice muscles and joints. How is your body feeling? Is it calling for attention in different areas? And just for some extra grounding, imagine your pranic tube. Now, your pranic tube is not the center of your spine, it's the center of your body. It's a tube that comes in through your crown, down the center of your body, and out the perineum, down into the ground. So just allow that to come into awareness, like a pipe, if you will. It's made of light and energy. Connected out into the universe, to the source. And bring that source energy down into your pranic tube, in through your crown. Allow that tube to be full of bright white light coming down the center of your body and down into the ground, down into the center of the earth. If you can imagine the center of the earth, or as deep into the earth as your imagination will take you. And then bring that light back up into your tube. Lift it, circulate it around your tube. I like to spiral mine, but you can do it as you feel comfortable. And then shoot it out the top of your head, out into the sky, out into the universe, to connect with the source. And then bring it back down into your crown and bringing it to your heart center right at your sternum. And let the prana inside that tube expand out into your body, melting tension in your muscles and joints, melting emotion, clearing your whole body, mind, and spirit. And then we'll attune to our breath, which will further work with prana. So just bring your palms together in Anjali Mudra and breathe, arms up overhead. And open out, exhale down. Breathe, relax, and repeat. Two more rounds. And then relax your hands on your knees. And just start with a snake sway. Starting at your hips and taking your spine over to the side and rolling through your spine. And then just waving side to side. Like seaweed in the ocean, sweeping. All right, and then coming into center, just bring your palms onto the mat in front of you. We're going to stretch forward, so lift up in your torso, up through your crown, taking your breath, and then exhale and reach forward, hinging in your hips, coming down. Stretch, spider walk your fingers forward. All right, then just walk your hands in and just lie on your back. We'll do a few leg lifts to heat our core muscles a little bit. Just roll down, bring your hands under your hips to protect your low back. And while we're here, just circle your feet around, loosening your ankles. 3 times each direction. And then flex. Press the back of your legs down against your mat. And then point your toes. relax, and point. And then press your low back against the mat firmly into the floor. Bend your knees and just lift your legs up. Taking a breath. And exhale, start your leg lifts. Your own pace. And one more. And then lift your legs up. And just start to make circles on the ceiling with your feet. Feel your low back as it's making circles on the floor. See if you can make them bigger and bigger. And reverse your circles. And then bring them to center. Flex your feet, allow your legs to open. Try to keep them pulled towards your torso rather than letting them out. You can turn your toes out to the side so you're rotating in the hip. And then bring your feet together. Bend your knees. Reach for the outer edge of your feet for happy baby. So feet are as though you're standing on the ceiling. So they're separated. Okay. And then just rock side to side. This is a great hip opener. It's kind of like a reclining garland pose. And then bring the soles of your feet together, hold on with your hands, draw your feet in closer towards your face, and then lift your head looking through the space your legs make, bringing your feet over your head or wherever they'll stretch to. And then bring your feet back to the floor. Stretch out your legs. And then arms just next to your body. Taking a breath. Press your low back down and just lift up, but bring your elbows under your shoulders. Okay, we're just going to arch our back. So we were rounding the back, now we're just going to arch it. So lift your heart center up, bring shoulder blades together, take your head back, arch your back, flex your feet, and let your neck relax here. and release. Roll back up. Be careful with your neck. If you need to support your head with your hand, you certainly can do that. And then just bend your knees and lift up into sitting. And then just come up onto the balls of your feet. Stretch your calf muscles, your Achilles tendon. Now separate your feet a little further so they're about hip width apart. And draw your heels down towards the floor as you reach forward with your fingertips. Now, your feet may or may not come all the way down onto the floor, but just see if they will, if your heels will come down. So just keep reaching forward. Keep your center of balance forward. And let your heels down. Keep reaching forward. Feel that stretch in your low back, how good that feels to lengthen. All right, now just bring your hands around to the side and behind you and press yourself forward onto your knees. Now, you might want to turn sideways on your mat for this. This will be frog pose to further open the hips, but they even open the outer hip. So just come onto your hands and knees. Take your knees out to the side. Just kind of wiggle into it and take your time. And then very gently roll forward and back. So you're pressing onto your hands and then pulling your hips back. Now they're not going to go very far, at least not initially. We're just heating up those joints. So forward and back. Now your feet are turned out just like frog's legs. Okay. So forward and back. And then as your hip joints and your groin relax a little bit more, then just press back and hold there. Breathe. Now come down onto your forearms. Your hands can be together or not, whatever's comfortable. But now rock forward and back. And you'll feel your knees open a little bit more since you've come down onto your forearms. And then see if you can hold in center and just relax in your hip joints and groin. Now just bring your hands under your shoulders. Bring your feet towards each other. Lift up and bring your knees in. And walk your feet back for plank pose. Nice long stretch. Activate your core. Press the inner knuckles down onto the mat. And then starting at your heels, pull your heels towards the floor and let that draw you up into downward facing dog.
And stretch your heels down a little bit more. Stretching your shoulders. You can take your hips side to side. It's a nice elongation of your muscles around your ribs and shoulders. And then back into center. And then just walk your feet in towards your hands. Hang and ragdoll. Or head to knee. You can hold on to your elbows. And then soften your knees, lower your hips. Bring your arms up overhead and lift up tall as you come up. Okay, and press your arms back. Now holding onto your elbows, just stand with feet about hip width apart. Take in a breath. Lift up through your shoulders, up through your chest, up out of your waist. Take in a deep breath. Exhale. Take your hips out to your right and arms and shoulders over to your left. Press down in your feet, reach up through your arms and crown. Breathe and exhale to the other side. Press your hips away. And press down in your feet, lift up once again, breathe. And exhale over to the side. Try to keep aligned so that you would fit between two panes of glass. And press down on your feet, reach up through your crown and your arms. Deep breath and hips to the other side. Last time, coming over to the side. And press down on your feet and lift up in center. Reach up through your fingertips. And breathe a deep breath. Exhale, come forward, hinge in your hips. Keep your arms next to your ears and lower down, head to knee. Try to get in close to your legs. And then press down on your feet and a reverse swan, lifting up, reaching arms overhead. Great. Now keeping your arms right where they are, just step forward with your left leg. Bend your knee. And reach back with your right leg, stretching down into warrior one. Reach through your fingertips. And then reach up and breathe. And just turn towards that front leg and bring your arms down, right hand on the front leg, and use that to draw you into a twist. And then breathe your arms back up overhead. And bring yourself into warrior two, opening that front knee, arms, shoulders. And if you need to or want to, you can do a few vinyasa moves. And then come into your warrior two. So align. Lift your core muscles and open. Now breathe both arms up next to your ears. Exhale your left arm down onto your left leg and just lean over into a modified lateral angle. Open the shoulders, the hips, look up. And press down on your feet, lift back into warrior two. Bring the back foot in just a couple inches, and then turn your palms up and pivot back to warrior one. Pull back and we'll step it in. Bring your palms together. And we're just going to repeat that on the other side. I'm working up to loosening the hips more so we can do our bind pose that we did on Friday morning. So just breathe, arms overhead. And this time step your left leg back into warrior one. Get your stability. Reach through your fingertips, through the back heel. And inhale and reach fingertips up to the ceiling once again. And twist towards the bent knee, bringing your arms down. Your right arm will come around your waist. And use your left hand against your leg for leverage into your twist. Back leg is active. Look over your shoulder. And then breathe, arms back up. You're still in your twist. Come back to center. Reach, deep breath. And pivot into your warrior two. And again, if you want, you can do your vinyasa. Nice breathing. And come in and hold your warrior two. Open the chest and shoulders, the bent knee, and gaze over your fingertips. And then breathe both arms up next to your ears once again. And exhale your right arm down onto your thigh and lean into your modified lateral angle, reaching through your left fingertips. Open the shoulder, look up. And then press back up into warrior two. Bring the back foot in just a little bit. Turn your palms up and pivot back into warrior one. Reach. Pull back, inhale, step it in. Nice control. Good. All right, releasing your arms, coming into a standing twist. And back to center. Good. All right, so I'm going to pull this here. All right. So you want to be sideways on your mat once again. So just turn and separate your feet. All right. Activate your legs. Breathe your arms up overhead next to your ears. I didn't direct you as to which direction, so I have my right leg forward, which would be your left. So separate your feet and open your arms. Come back into your warrior two. Okay, breathe, arms up overhead. Exhale, bring your left arm down onto your left leg. Come back into your modified lateral angle. This is going to set you up for our bind pose. All right, so reach through the fingertips in your right arm. Now with your left arm, take in a breath. Exhale, bring your shoulder down to your thigh. Bend your elbow and reach your arm behind you. Take your right arm around the back of your waist and hook your fingers, and then align your torso. Open the shoulders, come back towards your bent knee and look up. And we can come right into a lateral angle. Bring your left hand onto the mat and lift your right arm up. Look up into your palm. Pressing on both feet. Now to come up, lift your torso, press the foot into the floor. Come back to warrior two. All right. Now just straighten both legs, toes forward. Feel the sensations in your left leg and hip, your shoulders. And just bring your feet in a few inches. Bend your knees and hop in and hop around to the other side. All right. Separate your feet. Take your arms up overhead. Reach. So your right leg turns forward, left leg back. Taking a breath. And exhale, bend that right knee. Open it and open the hips. Taking another breath. Exhale and bring your right arm down onto your right thigh into modified lateral angle. So your left arm is right next to your ear and you align your shoulders forward. Look up under your arm. Stretch long. Now press both feet firmly into the floor. Take your right hand, the arm, slide it down your leg till your shoulder stops you, and then reach under you, bend that elbow, bring your left arm around and hook your fingers and align your shoulders forward and your hips. Look up. Now release your hands and just place your right palm in front of the arch of your foot. Lift your left arm up to the ceiling in a lateral angle. Open the knee. To come out, press firmly in both feet. Lift your torso, lift your legs up into Warrior Two. And just straighten your knee. Turn all your toes in. Reach around back. Interlace your fingers. Stretch your arms away. Lift your chest and heart. Legs are working. Taking a nice breath for forward fold. Exhale over your legs. Now release your hands. Bring both hands over to your left leg. Bring your head to knee on that leg as much as you can, as close as you can get in. Stretch. Then walk your hands across. Head to knee on the other leg, your left leg. All right. Now, just bring your body around so you're front to back once again. Into plank pose. Then let your knees and the tops of your feet down onto the mat. Let your hips sink down towards the mat, towards the floor. Just roll side to side if you like, to loosen up a little bit more in your low back. Engage your hip muscles, your glutes. Draw them in, legs close together for cobra. Breathe. Exhale, bend your elbows. Let the pubic triangle come down onto the mat. Into your cobra. Shoulders down away from your ears. So lengthen in the front of your body. Draw your shoulder blades down. Connect with the earth through your root chakra. And press up and back into child's pose. Pull back and relax. Stretching hips and back, stretching out the work you just did. Now just lift up onto both knees. Bring your left leg around, bring it forward, knee towards your chest, and take your foot around and come into hero pose. So you're bringing your knees in, overlapping, and come down sitting in between your heels. So you want both sitting bones on the mat. So you just have to move your feet out to make room for your hip bones. Then each palm is on the opposite foot. Now take in your deep breath. Exhale and hinge forward in your hips, relaxing down over your legs, providing even more stretch in your hips. And then lift your torso up. Breathe 3 long, deep breaths, making the exhale double the length of the inhale. Now just lift up onto your knees, take your hands forward, and bring the back leg around, cross over the front leg, separate your feet, and then sit down in between your heels, stacking your thighs, your knees, and bringing both sitting bones down onto the mat. Palms on the soles of your feet, lift tall and relax into hero's pose. Take in your breath. Exhale, hinge forward in your hips, coming down over your legs wherever your body will allow. And now lift up in your torso and 3 full breaths as though you're starting your Shavasana right here and now. And then after your 3 breaths, come down onto your back for corpse pose, Shavasana. Breathe
a few deep breaths. And every time you exhale, sink deeper down onto the mat, into the earth. See if you can bring the emotion of gratitude to the forefront. What are you grateful for? Now start to bring your awareness back. Start to just stretch and yawn and come back from your relaxation. Still relaxed, but adding movement. And then slide your feet together and lift your knees to your chest. And come over onto one side and then press up into sitting. Bring your hands into mudra to seal in the benefits of all the work you just did. Raising your vibration through gratitude, through cleansing with light through your pranic tube. And through the physical release of tension and toxins. And then just bring palms to Anjali Mudra. And may your center be ever apparent to you as you walk your journey through what some would call difficult times. So enjoy the rest of your day, your evening. Namaste, everybody.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Welcome. Yeah, how was your
Well,
bind?
I gotta-
What?
How was your bind?
I have to get.
Is it better this time?
A little.
Okay.
Have to practice more.
Yeah. Well, it's easier when you have somebody right there showing, one-on-one.
Yes, yes. Hey, how about, I want to bounce this off you guys. How about a January 2nd, that's a Saturday, for an optimistic gathering of us light workers at my house, say around 5.
Yeah, sure.
All right. Because the holidays are getting kind of crazy here, and
Yeah.
everybody said they didn't really want to get together on the 26th, so maybe January 2nd sounds good.
We may even want to wait a week and see if we're not under curfew.
Yeah, really.
Supposed to be through January 2nd, isn't it?
Oh, it's going to go for years.
But I can put on my name tag for work and just say, well, I'm coming home from a client. I was working.
There you go. That's right.
Be my client, Jean.
And we
All
can all-
right. I may need it by then.
Right.
Then we'll have to tell Danielle and Debbie and who else? I can't think of some more.
I won't be back yet, I don't think,
Oh,
but
Sheila won't be back yet?
Danielle,
Oh, maybe Pat, if she's not working.
oh yeah, especially since it's so close by, it's not.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And Deborah, if she wants to come.
I'm gonna see her on Thursday. So,
Are you?
yeah, well, I have a little gift for her, so
Yes.
I'll meet her out her way, and then I'm gonna get to see the kitten
Oh, good.
baby, because I haven't seen her since she went home with,
Mhm.
so
Oh, that'll be nice.
yeah, to reconnect with
That'll
her.
be-
Aw.
I gotta run late. I have a project I have to finish at work yet.
Okay. Well, we'll see you Wednesday. Bye.
Okay, sounds good.
All right.
Cheers.
Bye. Yeah, it was hard to hear her. I could barely hear her when she talked.
I know there was something with her connection. We'll have to mention that. So I just heard on the news through the hallway here that